Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com. I had someone that had an issue with a video I made about the law of attraction, and this is one of the most important law of attraction videos you could watch. And I'll put a link in the description so you can go watch that video because it's very important. It is absolutely one of the most important videos you could ever watch on the law of attraction. And if you'll take the actions and the steps that I mentioned in there and do what it says, you will have a glorious life. This person's issue was that they couldn't walk by faith. They said, well, we live in a material world, a physical world, and you can't walk by faith. But I have to stress that's not true. We do live in a material world, but we are spiritual beings in this material world. And the material world is something that came forth from the spiritual world. God, who is spirit, who is a spirit, he created all things. So this existence that we have is a direct product of spirit, of God and the spiritual world creating the material world. That we don't just live in these dimensions that are physical in nature, we also live in a spiritual dimension because we are spiritual beings. And yes, you can walk by faith. Faith is a higher law, and the spirit world is a higher realm than our physical reality that we deal with. That's why you walk by faith, not by sight. Because when you walk by sight, what you're walking by, what you're doing is you're going by what already is. You're not creating, you're no longer in that faith mode of creating, having the faith of God, having faith in God, and believing that whatsoever you saith you will have. Instead, you're looking around about what is, and then you're creating more of what is by believing that. And by having your faith for that, by talking about that, by getting into doubt and unbelief and wavering in your faith in God, wavering, well, maybe he really doesn't want to do this for me. When you start looking to the things that are, you start drawing yourself down. You limit your faith, you lower your vibration, and you stop having the results you want. You can't have the faith that where Jesus said, to him that believeth, all things are possible. You can't have that faith if you're looking around at what's going on around you. If you're worried about what this news program says, if you're worried about this rumor over here, you're worried about what this person said, and this person over here, and that thing over here, when you get your eyes on the things that are, you're completely bypassing faith in God. And instead of being a co-creator with God, an imitator of God as a dear child, you are wavering in doubt and unbelief. This is one of the very reasons I wrote the book Co-Creators with God, because many people don't know how to do this, and they don't realize that every day, day in and day out, by God's spiritual laws that he set up in the universe, they are creating the life that they're experiencing. The problem is they're doing this like this person is doing, where they say they can't help but look at what's going on, and they have to walk by sight, not faith. And then they wonder why they keep getting the same results, because they haven't, in faith, in boldness, walking in the power of God and the grace of God, brought about a different reality, which they can. God's no respecter of persons. If you want a better life, if you want different things in your life, you can believe, and Jesus promised, ask and ye shall receive. That's simple. He said, if you will say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast in the sea, and you shall not doubt in your heart, you shall have whatsoever you saith. Unconditional. Stop putting conditions. Stop limiting God. Stop looking around at the things that are and limiting God based on them. The only limitations are in your mind. The limitations you set. The limitations you set on reality. But you operate in a higher realm. You can keep degrading yourself to a lower realm and walking by sight, but if you walk by faith, you will start to build the life that you've dreamed of. And that's what God wants for you. He'll absolutely bless you. You've repented, you've followed him, and you will have the results that you want in life. My friend, you can have whatsoever you say, if you will believe. I pray this was a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.